They showed an AI video, and then he just released a new joint today, talking about. I want to get this
double
up.
tap the screen. Just double tap it. Double tap it quick, bro. All right. Put that joint, angle it down a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That's good. And tap it real quick just to make sure it's not muted.
Nah.
Yeah, we love it.
All right, Gucci. Check the audio real quick. What is the audio?
We good.
Just watch.
We good.
All right, open up. Smart.
Shalom. We are the
Shalom.
Israelites. We here having a live sit down behind Enemy Lions camp. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushua Barakatuh.
And double honors to our elders and apostles from Apostle Hall and down. Peace and blessings to the elect.
Some water.
Nah,
Yeah.
This is long shit.
that was he actually asked too.
It's the first. I'm surprised. When have you ever asked me for anything?
But yeah, we just doing a live sit down through the spirit, man. Bros want to get together, throw something together. You know, and in lieu of with everything that's going on, you know, kind of want to dive into the propaganda, I guess, behind the what is he there? Israel's what is he? Prime Minister, President? What is his position?
It's the Prime Minister. He's the ruler.
Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu.
Yeah. So it's a couple of things that we wanted to get into. Just basically being on your watch. I'm pretty sure brothers that have been on their watch, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, they were saying Netanyahu had died alongside of his cabinet members, and a couple of other people in their parliament. They all got basically a missile strike and killed him. Then there was a video that released like a week later talking about, and it was like a video of Netanyahu talking, but it looked like it was AI because it showed he had 6 fingers. He had 6 fingers on both hands or whatever. So people were basically saying that was AI. And then just recently today, there was another video of Netanyahu, and the first thing he wanted to address was that he's not dead. He's like, let's just get that out the way. I'm not dead. Now, I look at it like this. I think he's dead. And I'm going to tell you why. AI technology is out here to the point where literally they show videos where you can literally type it, anybody's name, and it will show their picture, and you could literally move like them. Like they got these new AI women, whatever, where you could literally create women from scratch, anything you want.
Bro, they be doing. I think they got like OnlyFans.
OnlyFans and everything.
It's motherfucking dudes getting rich off of creating an AI a woman and making OnlyFans videos and collecting subscriptions, bro. It's fucking insane. Bro.
Yeah, that's true. So the technology right now is out to the point where they can literally fake anything and anybody.
We knew this was coming though.
And we knew it was coming. So now I feel like because the state of Israel is at an all-time low. Whereas though, what I mean by that is Israel has been literally destroyed. They're not going to show that on our TV, but Iran has literally obliterated Israel to the point where most of their leaders are dead. And they're basically saying that Israel looks like the Gaza Strip. And we've seen videos of the Gaza Strip and how everything is just dismantled, right? So we already know that there's going to be false flag attacks. They're going to be trying to create those, but they're also trying to sway the population to believe that he's still alive. Because in his little, if you hear some animals fighting, it's 2 puppies about this big. They're brothers, and they fight like they're brothers. Right. So if you hear that in the background, Salakia.
Bear with me.
But I go to say all this just to get to the point that AI technology is getting to the point where it is so scary that they're going to be trying to create. They can create anybody. Like literally, they can sit here and make a face of me and have me online talking about I'm gay, and you will really believe it's me because it will look just like this. Like you can literally make anybody say anything, do anything. You can literally create false flag attacks off of it, and I believe the morale in Israel and around the world when it comes to Israel and America is very low. So I believe that Netanyahu is actually dead, and they're using AI to trick the people to believe he's still alive, so they can still push forward with their plans. All right, that's what I personally believe through the Spirit. I believe he's dead because when they first were saying he was dead a week ago, why you ain't put that video up right away? I'm still alive. You waited damn near 2 weeks to finally say something, and actually, I can get the video. It's like I got hiccups.
Yo, just to land back on what you said about all the Iranian leaders, the boy Ali Larijani, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security, they killed him on Tuesday.
They killed the leader of Mossad.
Yeah.
Bro, if you look at just Google the leaders of Israel that have been killed since the beginning of the war, and they wiping the slate clean. I also heard a bunch of propaganda that they're doing all of this on purpose because they're trying to push prophecy. So you know how in Israel they say that if you profess that you're a Jew, that you have the rite of passage, that you must come to
2026.
that you must come to Israel, or you can come to Israel. It's like my hiccups, bro. One of you brothers gonna have to whew.
All right, as of March 19th, 2026, key Iranian leaders killed by Israel. Ayatollah.
No, not Iranian leaders. Key Israel leaders.
Oh, Israel leaders.
Israel leaders killed.
Israel leaders, that's what I put in.
No. So, no. You keep going down. That's Iranian. These are. Wait, hold on.
See what I put in? Leaders
You
of
put
Israel.
Israel, and they talking about some Iranian.
Yeah, bro.
Why? Because they don't want to tell you how many people died.
I'm gonna go in.
I'm gonna find the video. 1 second.
They trying to hide.
Yeah,
you
hold
know,
on. You see, you peeped though? I
Yeah.
thought I was tripping. Key leaders. I'm gonna put it in perplexity. See, come up. Key Iranian.
So I just asked you, like,
Salaki, I'm gonna get this real quick.
Israel is Israel's rapidly killing Iran top leaders. These are the key Iranian figures killed. Yeah, these bulls, how Israel killing leaders, they controlling the media that they want to be put out there. That shit is crazy.
I just seen the video too.
There we go.
All right, top. Here we go.
It has been officially confirmed that Itamar Ben-Gvir, Minister of National Security, has been
The Minister of National Security, the head of Mossad has been killed. The head of intelligence has been eliminated. David Zinke, Chief of General Staff, has been eliminated. And Tomar Bar, Commander of the Air Force, has also been eliminated.
They really only showing you Iran, bro.
Yeah.
You put the same thing in.
Yo, leaders,
It came
Israel.
It came up on perplexity.
They're also saying that
No, that's all Iran.
I got it right here, fellas.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's why you got to go on TikTok to kind of find stuff.
No, you put Iranian.
I swear I put Israel, bro.
You should be able to hold on. You should be able to
Edit that joint.
and then Israel.
Yeah, these boys
Controlling it.
So, just by trying to Google right now how many Israeli leaders were killed, it's only pulling up Iranian leaders that have been killed by Israel. They're doing that on purpose. Who controls our media? Who controls the narrative? Who controls, everything that we see on TV? And it's them, the small hats. But if you go and do a little bit of digging, I just gave off a couple of leaders that were killed off. They also saying that Netanyahu was killed at around the same time that these others were killed. But then recently on TV, Netanyahu has basically come out and said, "Oh, I am not dead. I want to get that cleared out, clear." Now, mind you, we don't know if that's AI or not. I believe it's AI. I believe that he was killed. Now, if he wasn't, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be killed eventually. But I believe that he was already killed during this war. All right. Now, we go to say all of this because AI technology is starting to get out of freaking hand, right? It's getting out of hand. They're also saying that the main purpose for that rite of passage for Jewish people to go to the promised land and to move back to the promised land is because they wanted the death toll to be so high that it actually offsets prophecy. They're trying to basically saying that they're getting as many people to go there as possible to live there so when they do die in war, they can say that they were truly the Hebrew Israelites. Hey, bro, I've been going down the craziest rabbit hole.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. They're trying to basically make it seem like this is the true prophecy. Now we already know that they're not Hebrew Israelites by blood.
Yeah, you mean as far as like Zechariah 13:8, more or less prophecy of 2/3 being cut off.
I'm not sure if that's the prophecy they're talking about, but they're trying to issue in the prophecy. They're trying to basically take the birthright back, but they're trying to say that, more than likely it could be that prophecy.
It was another name for it too. They were saying it was Netanyahu's 40-year dream.
Yeah,
He was trying to fulfill, fitting the prophecy.
Yeah. It's a lot going on, man. Oh, also, did y'all see over in so now all of a sudden, and this is why I say the AI technology is getting crazy, is because all hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chariots flying over Iran, broad daylight, you could just see them.
Y'all see the 4 different comets they seen? That they said it was a 7-ton comet that broke off, and you could see it from 4 different. One was in Ohio. It was 4 different places at once. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on.
I'm trying
bro.
to find the spaceships, but they were literally called. They're trying to deceive the very elect, bro.
Share your drug.
Let's see, Iran's UFOs. Let's see what pops up.
Get that 2 Thessalonians.
Yeah, look at this.
D26, what's happening?
All over the place.
Oh wow, that's blatant too.
This is blatant. Look, you see planets. You see planets everywhere. Look at this. I mean, bro, look at the sky.
That's sick.
I believe that's Blue Beam Project. I don't believe that these are actual chariots, or it could be because you see.
Fleet of orbs over Iran 2026, what's happening?
Oh
I
shit.
don't know.
I'm not sure,
I'm not sure.
but this is why I said they're trying to deceive the very elect.
Because I think the chariots would reveal themselves more to the elect rather than to just random ass fucking people.
And none of the brothers.
There's no contextual reasoning why the
They
chariots
could
and
just
the
be,
angels.
or they could be watching the war.
Right.
But why would they reveal themselves?
What's happening?
Or they could just be market. They could be market.
But also, I think
But why would they reveal?
But I'm gonna tell you why I think it's fake.
To them, but not to the elect.
Well, look how many planets you can
There's
see.
no reasoning behind it.
Faith boosters for us. Like,
Yeah, I can't see the reason.
I'm trying to give a little bit of process elimination. The reason why I believe it's fake. Look at you can actually see the planets. Look at this planet. Look at that planet. Look at that planet. Look at that. Like now, mind you.
Massive fleet of orbs over Iran 2026, what's happening?
Who knows?
Who knows, man?
Who knows?
So war is booming. So word on the street down the grapevine is basically America's going to have to drop a nuke on Iran, and that nuke is going to usher in World War III because other nations are going to jump in.
oh, okay. So you saying there will be a nuke, but it won't be the end of the joint, but it'll be the thing to spark the crazy.
The reason why they're saying
That makes sense.
the reason why they're saying that America's going to have to nuke Iran is because the with that waterway, what's it called the something.
The Strait. I heard
Strait of
Israel and America are not allowed through, but everybody else is.
Yeah,
They're not allowed to have any trade, and they basically said they got to trade in the yuan. So let's break that. Let's unpackage that. All right. If America cannot do trade through there, and Israel cannot do trade there right there, and then now all other nations are allowed to trade normally, but they have to trade in yuan and no longer the dollar. The petrodollar is completely gone. So Iran basically just called checkmate, saying, hey, we control your dollar now. We're going to get rid of it. Your economy is going to implode. I have more drones than you. You might have more weapons. But now it's a war of attrition. Who can last the longest? You're not going to be able to last
and
because
you can't have boots on the ground.
And you can't have boots on the
Because
ground.
of the terrain.
Yep, and then
They know the terrain very well.
and they're going to try to have boots on the ground. That's also the
You can't get like certain tanks and jeeps and stuff like that safely through the terrain without being fucking annihilated.
boots
So
on the
boots
ground.
on the ground just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make it makes sense to the white man who wants to kill everybody.
Right.
It doesn't make sense from a strategic standpoint. This war didn't make sense for America because it was the last thing America needed for us to survive. Well, for them to survive. Literally, this war is the beginning of their end, completely. Now, mind you, we've said other things were, but this is now literally. You spend more money on this war. No one in America wants to go to war. Now you're talking about a draft. You amended the draft thing. Now you're talking about a draft. Literally, six-pack Joe Smo white boys are not trying to go to war at all. You know niggas ain't trying to go to war. And you know Israelites definitely ain't trying to go to war, especially being this truth.
Yeah.
And then it can start. It's a domino effect.
So it's domino effect.
Let me
So
get this real quick.
go ahead.
Matthew 24 and in verse 6. It said, I'll start at 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
You know what, brothers? Actually, what if the draft is the thing that causes civil war?
Right. That's
Oh,
what
okay,
that's
that's
what
that's
that's why I brought up. The point I was
that's
going to make is that
literally the point.
if they enact the draft and actually try to initiate drafting people like ourselves,
The rebellion
and
will be
not only just
instant.
people like ourselves, but you know how many Americans you have that are anti-military,
Yeah, the rebellion will be instant.
anti-government,
We've already seen-
anti-war.
Every war we've seen, we've had protests.
Right.
Mhm.
And this time,
War
now
against
we're
guys.
talking about doing a
Now
draft
you're talking about
in 2026.
A lottery, bro.
This is one of those
Birthdays.
things where all
With social media?
all Americans really got to do, and the Lord didn't allow it.
We got social media now, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying a little bit, but peep game. The Lord didn't allow this one thing that's actually a fact. If everybody just said, you know what, let's all team up and don't go to work, we win.
We have the,
But the
you know
Lord
what?
ain't gonna let that happen though. But this
Right.
right here,
We have the
this would fucking do it.
But we have the, I'm going to say we. America has, we in general, the world.
Yeah, the
The
world.
world has the means to do it because of social media.
Correct.
One tweet, one TikTok
Everybody
video, one
gonna go to
YouTube
work
video.
tomorrow.
Everybody, listen, they
Well,
trying to do this
that's
March
what-
18th.
That's what
The
they
Lord
did.
ain't gonna let that happen though.
That's-
That's
that's-
too much. That's
they
too
did.
Well,
much.
no, don't get it twisted. That they can do that, and it's going to cause civil war
True.
and civil unrest. Remember, you have to have sedition. America has to fall from inside,
Inside,
out.
yeah, correct, yeah.
So we know that there's going to be a purge, essentially.
Right.
It's going to be a dystopian America. It's coming. Jacob's trouble. So, second Ezra
Which
15,
also
16.
makes sense that the world gonna see that.
And the world going to see it, and that's going to show the
weakness.
weakness.
Correct. Yeah. For
So then now America has no choice but to what? Use their military might.
Yeah, I can see that shit. You saw the shot woman.
And not only are you going to stretch thin in other countries, because then you got to take your troops and bring them to America to try to get the inside under control. Martial law.
It's crazy.
Now
to
you're
see
sending
that.
out your troops that you have in these little stations. Now guess what? Your enemies, you got embassies and military bases in these strategic places
Not
all over
anymore.
the world.
Not anymore.
Right.
Remember,
No, that shit ain't safe, right?
Iran already ejected America out of the Middle East. They bombed every fucking military base known to man
But
in the
even-
area and said, "No,
even like
where you gonna
places
land?
in
Where you
Europe
gonna
and
be
shit.
at? Now you ain't got no eyes." And then they shot out satellites for them to fucking be able to see everything.
They
Bro,
been they
in the
said
dark.
they have been waiting for this. They've been planning for this for 50. How you gonna
Yeah.
kill somebody that's ready to die?
Yep.
They got mountains and shit over
Oh,
there. They know
bro.
their terrain,
Bro.
bro. We
Iran.
Oh,
I
that's
still,
it was
I
a
still-
suicide.
It's a
First of all,
Vietnam War all over again.
Suicide.
Still lost that shit.
Iran didn't even spend a lot of money. They've been sending unmanned drones to do all this bombing. Unmanned kamikaze drones, and they have thousands of them. For every ballistic missile we send, they just send a couple of drones. They barely anybody died. They defeated the Iron Dome by flooding the skies with just fucking drones. So while you trying to shoot missiles to try to take them all down, there's thousands up there. How many missiles do you got?
Israel got to shoot one now. If what y'all say, if what's been discussed is going down, Israel has no choice but to bomb some shit.
They have-
for real.
Well,
for
they're-
real.
But they're trying to wait to the last minute.
But
Once you
but
throw
what
a
I-
nuke,
but what I
it's
told
over.
what I told you
Yeah,
is
true.
they're going to more than likely they're probably going to nuke Iran just to level the playing
Oh,
field.
what was that in Beirut? In Beirut, what kind of fucking missile was that? Remember that joint? Remember that one joint in Beirut? Remember that fucking crazy?
Beirut.
Yeah, Beirut. Remember that Beirut bomb? My bad. Yeah, you're not great.
It's spelled Beirut though. That's the
Yeah.
funny part about it. Beirut.
Beirut.
Yo, but what kind of fuck was that? Was that a tactical nuke? That shit was insane. That's the biggest bomb I've seen in my life, as far as like on a smaller level.
No, I don't think it, bro. I don't
What the
remember.
fuck was
They
that?
I
got
don't know,
some-
bro.
They got
They got shit worse than
And they
that.
got that shit.
It says that America
views.
got over 5,000 nukes, over 5,000 nukes, and most countries only got like 10.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand, so America's really like, I will kill everybody just to be able to survive. Oh,
Rule the ashes.
huh?
It's gonna be another false flag, and they gonna blame my ring.
Jones, bro. It's over.
I got Isaiah 19.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
get
ahead.
that real quick.
It's Isaiah 19 and 2.
Pass me the pocky and my sword right there.
Yup.
Appreciate you, brother.
I already know, brother.
For real, you ain't really got to shoot it. You need to shoot a bunch of those.
Bro, no.
That Beirut joint,
Bro,
retarded.
all you need is one nuke.
It's like how do you stop a hypersonic missile?
Yeah,
You
I
can't.
see one of them joints.
They talking
go,
about
bro.
making. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the like. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I
It's
see one
Isaiah
of them.
19:2. So I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
I'm glad you brought this up. The reason why I say I'm glad you brought this up, if you see what the protests are going on all throughout America and all throughout Israel, Israelis or Zionists and Jewish people are now fighting. They're now calling themselves the good Jews versus the bad Jews,
That
meaning
is.
those who actually read the Torah and those who are just Zionists. So they're literally having civil war in Israel right now, where they're actually in the streets fighting and literally
Burning
civil-
flags.
burning flags, and
This
everything.
right here.
Yeah, that wasn't the biggest giant I've seen.
You see?
But
No.
they are literally having.
Another one?
Yeah.
Fellas,
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
let's try to stay on.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're literally fighting each other in the streets. Right now in New York City, they're burning Zionist flags, which is the flag of the Israelis. And they're basically saying, and this is the funny thing about Esau. Esau is starting to hate Esau to the point where they don't even want to be called Esau. So now they're trying to fucking divide themselves. Like, well, we're the good Jews. They're the bad ones. They're the ones that do the devil worshiping and eating babies and stuff. Now that all the shit is coming to mind, they were all together when it was a hush-hush secret. Now that everybody is knowing the truth about these devil-ass people, now all of a sudden they want to separate themselves from each other. Right? You can go look this up right now. Civil war in Israel. Actually, I'll pull it up right now. Get that. You already brought out.
You got Matthew. You hit Matthew. It's a little more on this. It's Isaiah 19:3. Then whatever else you want, bro, grab it. It says that the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, America's going to crumble within itself, man.
And I found the video of the civil war going on in Israel. Right here, look. Conflict between the Torah, good Jews, and the Talmudic, satanic Jews has begun in Israel. Because Israel be headed towards a civil war. They're already in the middle of the streets throwing bombs and shit at each other. It's all over who's good and who's bad. Now we all know you're all a synagogue of Satan. And the reason why I don't want to hear the good Jews versus the bad Jews, and the reason why I don't want to hear none of that shit is because before that nakedness was shown, before the shame was shown, y'all weren't calling good Jews and bad Jews. Y'all were just calling y'all all Jews.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, now you want to divide each other and say, look, it's not all of us, it's them. Yeah, but you were complicit because you knew about it. So you are still one and the same. The same way how the Lord judged all of Israel, right? Even though there was regardless of those who were being righteous, right? There were many that were being unrighteous and wicked. So the Lord punished the entire nation because you are only as strong as your what? Your head. It's the same thing with them. You can sit here and say, oh, well, we're the good Jews. We read the Torah. We don't get into Talmud. Yeah, but when y'all were benefiting off of slavery, benefiting off of the backs of all the goyim, y'all kept your mouth shut. When y'all were getting rich, right, and living deliciously off the backs of every other nation on the planet, you had nothing to say. But now that you're get that uncover that leg, show that nakedness.
Yeah, I got it. Is it 47?
Load the clips, please, folks. This
I
is
got Mark 3. I got go ahead, bro. I got some.
It's Isaiah 47, starting at the top. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. That's time.
See, mind you, this is the perfect precept. Because for a long time, the entire world had looked at the Israel state or the Jewish state as being God's chosen people. They could do no wrong. Every time you heard anything bad about them, anti-Semitism, everybody was sweeping shit under the rug. But then after the Epstein files, right, came out, and they see what happened in the war in Gaza, and people start now looking at what Hitler was talking about, and everyone's starting to go, whoa. Ain't these the same motherfuckers that was kicked out over 100 and something countries? Isn't these the same motherfuckers that supposedly killed Jesus? Right? Now, mind you, that whole supposedly killed Jesus, that we were going to say that's our people, but if you go back into the history, it talks about those who were converting into Judaism around that time too. And that's why there was Edomites who were calling themselves Jews. And there's actually scripture in the Bible that talks about, not the synagogue of Satan, but who was that? Who was that king who was an Edomite, but he was calling himself a Jew? I'm having a brain fart, guys. I apologize.
Well, in Maccabees, it said they opened our book. It opened our book and changed the likeness of our
iconoclasm. Yeah.
Could be the one in Esther. It's a few.
It might have been. Grab what you got real quick.
I'm gonna grab this real quick because we gonna switch gears. It's Mark 3 and verse 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And particularly we talking about them Amalekites, man, the top demons.
Yeah, chief house.
Mm-hmm. Who just so happened to be Esau, the descendant of Esau's grandson.
It was
Herod.
Herod. Yeah, I think it was Herod. And he was trying to call himself a
He was appointed king of the Jews.
Yeah, but he was calling himself a Jew.
And he said, while he ruled Judea and claimed the Jewish faith, his legitimacy was constantly questioned by the Jewish people due to his lineage.
And that's the brother that was trying to...
Yeah, it was Herod.
He was looking for
Herod the Edomite.
Herod the Edomite. That was exactly what I'm talking about. Brother, thank you. So Herod, King Herod, was an Edomite, but he converted into our faith and basically tried to follow our customs, but he was wicked as all hell. And then, he was wicked as all hell. So there's always going to be times where there are going to be people who are going to cling to the house, right? Those are going to have mercy, but they're not going to get salvation.
They don't claim to be Israelites.
They don't claim to be Israelites. Yeah.
Strangers.
Yep. Exactly.
They only bring the scriptures up when it's concerning war. If y'all ain't noticed that, it's always about war.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What else did you want?
Oh, no, he basically found out it was King Herod.
All right.
King Herod was in
Yeah, that was the brother that
No, you just want obsession.
when Hawashai was born. He wanted the three wise men.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Con.
What
you got, come on?
Looking for that.
Oh, you want Isaiah 47, right?
But I gotta continue that.
Oh, con. Yup.
Yeah, Isaiah 47, starting at the top again. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones, and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the lay, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers."
So the reason why I say uncover thy leg is because a man being naked or being seen naked was shameful, right? That's why if you know anything about who was the first Ham. Was it Ham?
Ham was the one that was.
Yeah, he's seen pop. Yeah, he's seen his pop naked, whatever. And then he was like, "Yo, come look at this." First of all, he was boasting about it. It was shameful, right? So it's basically saying, "Show thy nakedness" or "show thy shame." They're no longer going to be called tender and delicate. To the Jewish state or the Jewish people, they wish they were Jews, are no longer looked at as God's chosen people or tender and delicate. All their sins, like mind you, Epstein files. Epstein was what? A Jew. Most of the rulers of this world of today are all fake Jews. They're all part of the Kabbalic system. They all worship Baal, the Talmud, blood sacrifice, eating, drinking blood, eating children and humans. Bro, this is their demonic people. And now that the whole world understands this, that's why that prophecy itself is hitting so hard. But go on, can you finish that?
It says, verse 3, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
So the Lord is saying, "I'm going to take vengeance and not meet thee as a man." Now, mind you, the Lord has already been taking vengeance based off of just how much destruction has been going on in Israel, right? They've been really puffed up. But we also know that all of this is a means to an end. We understand that other prophecies have to hit for them to honestly be wiped off the face of the earth. And a lot of their leaders are going to be sent to slavery anyway. they're gonna have to feel that they're not just gonna get that second death. Right? The Lord got a special judgment for them, which is slavery, which we're gonna bring out eventually. But brother, you got something on your phone that we were supposed to bring out.
Yeah. Hold on.
And brothers can speak freely. Just try to keep it decent.
I got second Esdras 15 real quick.
Yeah, 15. What's starting at 14?
Nah, it's actually at the top. I know what you're talking about. It's I'm gonna just go right to the point. It's second Esdras. Oh, there you go. Second Esdras 15 and 8. It says, "I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." It says, "Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." Let's land back in the brother off Isaiah 47. How they're being exposed and how they thought that the Lord was with them when really he was using them as a puppet, as Proverbs 21 goes into. And the righteous, brothers in the faith, Lord willing, we endure unto the end. We complaining, man.
I got something.
Sighing and crying at abominations done there in the midst thereof.
Oh, we ain't that out in a minute.
Sign and
All
cry.
right,
Yeah, that's that Ezekiel 9 and 4.
9 and 4, yeah, 9 and 4.
That's Ezekiel.
Right when those brothers were the one gonna be delivered and all the rest. That's like a 2/3 and a 1/3 joint again.
Yeah.
Let me bring this Joel 3, because this is going on right now too, and this was the Lord finally doing this. Joel 3. We ain't bring this out in a minute either. Joel 3 and 2. It says, if I start at the top, for Joel 3 at the top, for behold, in those days, in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Yep. Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now as well. All those so-called Jews or Jewish people are in the land of Israel, which the Lord is specifically saying that He's going to bring them back together. But what's been happening is these people are in their land, which took ours, and they end up parting it, so they're in there now. And it also is also stating the fact that we're scattered among the other nations, where Israel, the Lord's heritage is, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I might have said that a little off, but that's what it's getting into. Basically, is when it goes into part of their land, is that they the one that took our land, and they're in it instead of we are.
The part of our land, meaning they took a piece of it.
Correct.
Everybody took a piece of the land. Right. And then when it says we were scattered amongst all the nations, meaning, remember, it also talks about the
I was in the
prophecy.
middle for all of this.
All of that land.
Iraq.
All of that land.
All of that shit.
Yeah, because that little small part of Israel actually
That was that. That's just
it should
we
be.
have.
Yeah,
That's
a
just
little
like
bit more.
part of the capital where Judea is and Judea and all that. That's about it.
You also got to remember, man. That's
Jerusalem. That's just the capital.
every tribe had like a. If you look at the land,
Yeah.
every tribe had a piece of the land.
Right.
So we were a lot bigger, and then Edom was at our southern border.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand all that. But I understand what you're saying, brother.
Yeah.
Like Syria, all that.
Yeah.
All that was us, bro.
You brought that. Well, that was gathering the nations.
Joel 3 and 2. Yeah.
It's crazy. I was watching this lesson earlier, and I had some notes there that said, basically, France dispatched nuclear air carriers in western and eastern Mediterranean joined the British warships at the basically to defend themselves after Iran struck the UK, Greece, and Turkey, which are rivals in NATO. They rushed their forces to Cyprus for their fighters just to face each other across the partition line, which was dividing the island for over 50 years. This is notes from this lesson. And then Australia sending missiles and radar planes to help the UAE to defend themselves from Iran. So NATO was crumbling within
Yeah,
itself.
they all crumbling because
Yeah.
they're also not trying to help.
Right.
Trump had threatened NATO like, yo, if y'all don't come help us, then y'all gonna have hell to pay with us.
So
Remember, he seeked aid from like 11 different countries,
And
they
none of them
they
No,
all
said
said no.
Y'all said no. Y'all said no. Not to mention, the brother just brought this
Some
up.
of them just didn't reply.
Yeah,
Some
they
of
just
them
like-
straight
left
up
them on red,
left them
bro.
on red, bro.
So, because this is all imploding, like you said, the EU or the European Union is being imploded. Like all the economies of where all the white people are all being destroyed.
Uh,
But they have to, mind you, this is all the plans of the New World Order. Do you think these leaders didn't already come together and all right, look, we're gonna start getting rid of everything. So America, you probably gonna be last to go. So we're gonna fuck up this economy, we're gonna fuck up this economy because then we gotta come back with that new, strong, one world government, one world economy, one world everything. They have to.
Bro, it's crazy how Israel's moving America, how everybody else in NATO is starting to break treaties.
Yep.
Like, man, fuck that line that was dividing the island for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
We got to defend ourselves against Iran. Like,
Yep.
they putting everybody in the worst, and
Yep.
it's crumbling them within. So,
Yep. That's
bro,
why
we really in them times,
they
bro.
should hate the war.
Huh.
All these things. One, the economies are gonna crash all throughout Europe. You got to think all throughout Africa. They've been kicking all the Europeans out. They've been kicking all the businesses, the corporations. They like, yo, get the fuck out. We're gonna do our own shit. We're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna keep all our minerals and resources with us. We're not giving you everything, and we get nothing. So now they're being forced to fend for themselves, and they don't have shit. Then they're getting pulled into war after war after war. The economy's already fucked up. The food chain was already fucked up with the Ukrainian and Russian war, which is still going on. Not to mention, I ain't gonna lie, America strategically has been doing some crazy shit. What they did in Venezuela and what they're doing over there in the Middle East right now, that was all to come after China. Because right now, who actually controls the world economically? Technically, China. That's why Iran said if you want to buy oil or anything, you got to be traded in yuan.
Mm-hmm.
So because he's trying to help China because of the BRICS, right?
Right.
America did two things. They went into Venezuela, where they were getting almost 40% of all their rare earth minerals were coming out of Venezuela to China and their oil. And then they went over to what other nation? And was it Argentina? Not Argentina. Venezuela and what other nation? What other country? Oh, that's also why they were trying to buy. Why America was trying to buy or colonize, whatever you want to call it. Was that fucking Greenland? Greenland?
Oh, yeah.
Greenland, because of all the rare minerals there. So what America's doing is saying, all right, we can't fight them head on, so we're going to cut off their resources so they can't. Now they just because of all the oil tankers and the oil plants and everything in Iran and all that stuff that was being bombed. Now China is basically in a chokehold. Now to get to this, the brother just brought this on me. This I didn't know. It says breaking: Trump just flipped Russia back to the U.S. dollar and destroyed China's 15-year plan overnight. Beijing is panicking, and almost nobody understands what this means for you. Here's everything you need to know. This is all propaganda. Russia is now willing to trade in U.S. dollars again, no longer the gold standard. And this one move, and this one move absolutely spells the end of China's financial dominance. Russia was the last piece of the puzzle China needed. Trump just took it off the board. China spent 15 years building one thing: a weapon to kill the U.S. dollar. SIPs, the alternative to SWIFT. BRICS currency backed by gold, Russia as the anchor energy partner. The goal was simple: end America's grip on global trade. They were months away from pulling it off. But Trump moved fast. January Venezuela regime, okay, so it's going to break it down. January Venezuela regime changed, China loses cheap rare earth minerals. February, Iran obliterated China's energy lifeline cut. March, Russia realizes they are next. Russia's choice became simple: stay isolated with a sinking China or return to the dollar system. The Kremlin chose survival.
Wait, it said Iran cut off China's
Well, remember,
energy.
yeah, so what it was all the
Straight
bombing,
up.
all the bombing of the oil plants and stuff. Who was getting their oil? Now, mind you, they were trying to hurt America, but in turn, they were also hurting.
Collateral.
Because remember,
Yeah.
Venezuela was already hit, which was 40%.
Crazy hit.
Crazy hit for them.
I saw that in Salakia from a concept perspective, because I wouldn't get my understanding. I saw that in that Power Force, where they had to go bomb the clientele's storage houses and all that bullshit in order for them to have to force it to buy from them.
Yep. But we want to destroy all your product, and then you got to come buy a product from us.
Okay, I said it's a
All right.
war move. I see it. Okay.
So Russia's choice became simple: stay isolated with a sinking China or return to the dollar system. The Kremlin chose survival. Now, this is all propaganda because we don't know what's going on right now. Then it says here's what just happened behind closed doors. Russia proposed resuming USD settlements and energy deals, offered the U.S. $12 trillion to lift sanctions. Officially abandons BRICS currency experiment. The result: 20 trillion in Russian resources now traded in dollars, not yuan. China's plan to kill the dollar is now dead. Get this, isn't GT? Yeah, bro, 15-year plan. It said GT isn't negotiating. its financial tribute collection. Every BRICS nation now faces the same choice Russia just made. Access to the U.S. economy, stay isolated with China. History always repeats here. They also choose America every single time. Now, mind you, this is also news coming from America.
Right.
Who owns our news? Those who don't want us to know that they're being utterly obliterated.
We literally just try to Google some
They
shit.
have to make the people think that everything.
So you got to make the people think like, yo, man,
So
we're
people
winning.
can
We're
stay
winning the
calm.
way we're winning. So join us if you're on the winning side. Now,
Just like they have to do propaganda and misinformation and set up false flags or blame another nation so that they're justified in bombing, invading,
Yep.
so the American people don't say, "Oh, we're the bullies," even though nowadays, people are not slow, but majority people are slow.
most people are slow. And most people are dumb. I got to make it
It's a small remnant.
I work in fucking the way you know what I work in, and I find dumb people every day, all day. I be like, once in a blue, I find somebody
Just
smart.
dealing with the general public, you realize. how
Wow, you
slow
actually got a
people are,
brain.
bro.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just dealing with the general public.
Oh man, shit we do, you'll see it.
I
So,
see it every day. Bro.
this is what they're saying. Behind every headline is the same war. Whoever controls the resources that power, who controls the resources that power the future. No rare earth minerals means no data centers. No oil means no AI grids. No energy means no economy. America now produces more oil than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Russia's return in the final piece needed to win the 20 trillion AI race. The next 100 years won't run on oil, they'll run on AI. How do they control AI? Why does America trying to buy Greenland? Rare earth minerals. Why did they take over Venezuela? Rare earth minerals. And what has Trump been saying since his inception? We will win the AI race. And this is all coming to fruition. Now, mind you, this is just means we're getting closer and closer to prophecy. Because what? Closer we get to AI race, the closer we get to the New World Order. The closer we get to the New World Order, the closer we get to Yahushua coming back and bombing this whole place. Simple. All right?
I was trying to look up the Antarctic Treaty because that shit melting.
Oh yeah, and
How
they're talking
it's
about a lot
minerals,
of all
everybody
the countries
looking
are
at
trying. All the countries are trying to get out of the Antarctic. I seen this too. They're all about to try to jump out so they can go be the first to go grab minerals and stuff because it's an arms race.
Right.
It's an arms race in the future.
All them rare
All
minerals,
rare minerals all underneath the ice. They like, yo, as soon as this
I
shit
shit
melt.
never seen before.
Yeah, bro. And also, it's gonna be a lot. It's a lot of fucking diseases too that
Yeah.
froze over once that shit melt.
That's what they say.
A lot of
More fear mongering.
Yo, ain't nothing
Just so people won't
ain't
go
nothing
over
really fake for real no more, bro. Shit, that shit is possible.
There's no such
dog.
thing as a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
If someone calls it a conspiracy, it's more than likely true.
Yeah,
Right.
bro. Shit real out here, bro. Shit we learned was magic and all this bullshit is all real now, bro.
So this also could start civil war. It says, look out, AI race will start civil war. While governments fight over trillions, businesses are scrambling for something far simpler. How to cut costs without cutting staff. How to stay competitive with smaller teams. How to use AI but have no idea where to start. The confusion is the opportunity. And then it says also a money opportunity for people to make money if you're looking for a job. But we're not going to get into all that. But yeah, bro.
yeah, bro. That's
Writings on the wall, man. Shit is up. They're saying that AI is going to replace literally 60 to 70% of all the jobs.
What other jobs can be done?
fucking Skynet, bro.
Did y'all watch the
Andrew Tate talking about that
Did
shit.
y'all watch the new movie?
War Machine.
No. I seen it already.
That joint on fire.
No, the one that says
that was like
have fun. What's it called? Hi, have fun, don't die.
Nah.
New movie. It's in theaters right now. I just seen it last night. You got the box. Watch it on the box. It's in HD right now, bro.
it's called what?
The whole concept of the movie, was to fight AI.
What's it called?
Something. Don't die. Don't die. Let me get it real quick. Have fun, don't die. Movie.
No, get off topic. I finished the House of David. That shit's amazing.
What, the first season?
Both of them Jones.
How'd you finish the second season?
Box.
Oh, I didn't know it was on the box.
Yeah, that shit fire as fuck.
But we need at least 5 seasons so we can get in there. King David.
Yeah.
And it's
And no, the movie.
Towards the end of it, you see how they start switching
towards
on.
the end.
Yeah,
They
it
start switching where they start
showing
being
David
over him.
become a mighty
And
man.
you see why. Yeah, they start finding out he anointed, and then they start, and then they
And then they said the songs David killed
Yeah,
tens of thousands.
yeah.
I'm gonna start surprising
It's
this.
Got to,
phenomenal,
bro.
It's phenomenal.
What's that
The movie's called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It's a guy. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna go through everything, so y'all. I don't want to spoil it. But long story short, the world was taken over by AI. The world was taken over by AI, and AI killed literally half the entire world's population. So then there were those who were stuck in the system, transhumanism, people who were uploading their minds into a better world because they didn't like this world anymore. And then it's this kid who his mother was trying to keep him away from technology. One day he gets curious, you know how kids are, and he goes out to go find technology. He goes and finds technology, and one of the fucking AI drones sees him and kills his mom. And then his personal vendetta has been going back in time to fucking stop this shit from happening. Or to at least get a chip. He has this little dongle that if he plugs this into the fucking AI system, it'll put security protocols where it won't end up taking over the world. So he says AI is inevitable. It will always happen in every timeline.
Right.
But if we can just get this done, it will save millions of lives. So he went back in time 117 times. By the time he gets to this 117 times. And he's going back in time, and every time he goes into this diner, and it's the same people, and he tries different variations of people to come
I
help.
love movies like that.
Different variations of people to come help.
Vantage Point Jones
I might try to see
are
if I
fire.
watch
I
it.
like movies like
Check
that.
that out.
Should I watch it?
So
Vantage
he
points.
gets different. So let's say like, all right, I walk in the diner, there's 40 people in the diner. This time I'm gonna try you, and you with me, and we all. He said, look, not everybody gonna survive. More than likely, only one person's gonna survive this, and everybody tries to make it to the end. If you make it to the end, and they finally, I don't want to spoil it, but long story short, when you find out the truth of what was going on and why it was going on, it was all AI, bro, and it was, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that show.
You watch it?
Bro, it's a funny movie, but at the same time, it's gory and bloody because you already know.
Yeah,
It was
they are.
not-
That's
so he has a button. So he has a button. If he presses it, it resets the time. So every time he like, look, he be talking shit. He's like, man, he knows everybody. He's been there so many times they don't believe that he's really a time traveler. He's like, 47 cents in your left pocket. Kevin, shut up.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
All those movies do the same thing.
Paradigm, I can't bring you this time because you keep getting us killed. Hey, who's that? Oh, don't worry about him. He's just Bob from the homeless guy. And he knows everything. So certain people are like, oh, I think we need to follow him.
Right.
But long story short, if something go wrong, he press that button, it resets. Then he's back in the. All right.
Man.
Watch the movie because
I seen another movie where every time you die, you go back and got to try to stop his death. They all
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
Like
same concept.
that's also like
Butterfly.
ReZero and shit.
What is it?
ReZero.
ReZero is the same.
ReZero is exactly
Basically that.
It's exactly that. It's
Okay.
exactly that.
He dies, goes back to a certain time, tries to redo it.
Yep. ReZero got really dark and then emotional,
Yeah.
and then dark again. That's a fuck. That's anime. But let's get back to scriptures. But long story short, bro, everything's about AI now. So the AI race is what's going on. But the AI race is what? Because I believe AI is a demonic spirit, or they're spirits, they're demonic spirits that are basically inhabiting technology. Because hear me out. How the fuck did AI come out of nowhere
Nowhere.
in 1 year, 2025?
And now it's popular as
2020,
shit, dog.
guys. It wasn't 2024. It wasn't 2023. It was 2025, and now everything is AI. Every phone has it on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, what the fuck,
There's an AI for everything.
you got new ones coming
AI
out.
overview.
bro?
It's
Hey,
just-
look. I just
Plus
googled.
now.
I just googled, and the first thing that popped up,
Marbleism.
bro. Everything is just
I
straight
might
AI.
even use that myself. Man, that shit wow, bro.
It's basically the wisdom of the world.
Yeah.
It's
Yo,
on-
young
it's-
boys. Yo, not to get off topic. Young boys yo, school is popping right now. Man,
No, they got-
First showed me some shit where I
Yeah.
go to exam, dog. Did my little fucking screenshot joint, give me everything A+1. That shit was easy, bro.
Oh yeah.
I ain't like studying nothing,
yo,
bro.
it was saying like, yeah, they can upload their book and like, yo, we're gonna have a test on these 4 chapters. Please outline it, and make me,
Yeah,
and give me
bro.
a practice quiz.
You get the exam one off your phone.
Follow those
no
questions. You go to your
study
damn joint.
Mimi had a test. They tried to cook her because I've been telling her to look up words she don't know when she be reading.
Yeah,
She had a
smart.
test and she like, why do y'all have access to the internet? She said, Dad, I just tried to look up a word I didn't know. She might have been cheating. But she tried to look up a word, but it's like, why do you got internet?
Right.
Try to look the word up, say, oh, okay, now I understand the
Yeah.
question. Man, they cooked her, bro. I wasn't even mad.
Put
bro.
the test
You have,
question.
it's like you have you taking an online test, but you have access to the internet.
Internet.
They used to block that shit for us.
Oh,
they
true.
giving
They
it to
did.
them.
They
She was
did.
able to, let me go see what this word mean. I mean, I think she found an answer.
Yeah.
A lot more than an answer.
So the problem with technology today is making everybody dumber.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
sure.
No one,
for
no one.
sure.
When I say everyone's dumb, bro, I
Yeah.
cannot make this up. People are dumb.
Everything is done for you now.
Everything's done for you. That's why AI.
Audio books,
All that
people
shit,
literally
bro.
don't read
It's
anymore.
lazy.
It's like, oh, you're about to
Kindle.
read? What? How'd you get the audiobook?
Audiobook times 2
Squad.
speed.
Squad.
Which
this
I
is-
get the efficiency,
Yo,
but
Squad,
it's
ain't
nothing
no-
like reading.
Yo, in college, bro, this professor said, give me a 5-page paper on analysis of critical thinking of whatever. All you gotta do is go to ChatGPT and tell them, I need a 5-page paper on the critical analysis of the joint. Print that joint right now. It's retarded.
But
It's
they
retarded.
have these new AIs for AIs that will tell you that if an AI made seriously,
Yo,
they heard me.
AI.
They got a new AI for AI to let you know that
Yo,
AI wrote.
that's why even trying to get a job is hard nowadays if you don't know somebody, because they got AI screening resumes and shit, and the AIs. These are the best 10 candidates.
Yo,
Interview
listen.
these 10.
Oh, when I hire people, bro.
I saw that in sports too.
Yeah, when
Sports got that now.
sports got that now too. But someone proved that sports is not good for sports, because the reason why it's not good for
Any given
sports is
Sunday?
It's perfect.
not about any given
It's
Sunday,
perfect,
but it's
yeah.
AI is not good for sports because on paper you might be faster.
Right.
Does not mean you're a better player.
Player, true. Yeah.
Just because you run a 4.32 and I ran a 4.45 does not mean you're going to produce more than me.
Correct. I can see that.
So they've done it. They got people who got. That's why they said don't worry about the draft. You get drafted, nigga, you drafted.
You bold.
You get second, third, fourth round. Yeah, you got to work a little harder because first and
You
second
just
round.
didn't have the looks as first and second round.
But it's been people who got drafted.
That's why workouts are still number one, is we can see the ball play.
That's why they put you on the practice squad. Like, all right, we want to see. When you get on the practice squad, bro, you go, they're like, what the fuck? I'll do depth chart. We drafted him third round, 58. This nigga better than our number one.
Move him up.
Move him up. It's a lot of politics. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but they do have an AI for AI now. So you use an AI tool, and then they'll run your paper through a fucking tool and be like, this was AI generated. It will literally tell you. Doop. The teacher don't even got to. A teacher will literally run your shit through AI and not have to grade like they used to, and it will and give suggested taking points off, and then we'll even say this portion was taken from this This is AI. It failed.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
It's an AI for an AI, man.
It's an AI for an AI, bro. It's an AI for an AI, bro.
Gotcha.
So, what's coming? So now, might as well just position to Jacob's trouble, man. Actually, I want to get into the Great Famine and how they shall eat of their own flesh. Get that? The reason why I'm saying that is because people are not understanding. The energy race is also going to be food production race, because you need energy to create food. And if everybody is going to be scarce when it comes to food, to energy, that means, and war also stops production of what? Global food chains. Why? Because everyone is more geared toward, get the scripture. Get the scripture, make it very easy. There's a scripture that says, nope. The scripture says, turn your pruning hooks into swords, and then there's a scripture going into when the war is over, where they're going to turn the swords
into plowshares.
into plowshares and pruning hooks.
Yep.
Yep.
You got one going into the beginning of war where the weaker nations are going to rise up and start to turn
one of them is Isaiah.
into warriors, and then once Israel, the true Israel, the so-called
Yep.
Black
So it's twofold.
The elect.
You got those when it's wartime, you're no longer plowing and cultivating the land. You're more worried about war and bloodshed. And then when war is over, everyone, remember, that's the scripture that says there will be no more war.
No more.
And then they'll turn their swords into what? Plowshares into. So there's one.
Farmers becoming soldiers,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
soldiers
I'll
going
bring it
into
out real quick.
Exactly.
becoming
Go ahead.
farmers.
Yeah, it's Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2 starting at sort of 3.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Then
because
jump-
Isaiah
then jump to
3
4.
goes into how there's going to be wars and
Well, this happens whenever Israel's on top, for sure. That's what
Hit the
happened.
one where it was
Joel 3 and 10. That's
Thank
the
you.
one.
That's
That's
the
the war one. And then that was
That's
the
the one
one.
when Israel on
No
top.
more. Yeah.
So this is the problem. This is the reason why a great famine is going to come, and the reason why we're going to bring this out, because great famine is going to come because of all these wars. The entire food processing plants and everything going to shut down. It's like, all right, we can't make food right now. Besides, we're not trying to give food to our enemies anyway, because remember, everyone's trading.
Right.
So all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm not sending these things oodles and noodles.
You see, they stopping they stopping all trade from Israel.
Exactly.
Listen, because you can't
But
trust
that's
them.
also a siege.
Right. It's Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
See? So your plowshares and your pruning hooks into spears and basically swords. Get the modern day weapon. This is going to implode or dismantle what? The food production around the world, right? This is why there's going to be great famine. More people are going to die from famine than anything. Remember this.
It's not take long.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because one, war is going to kill people who are going to war. But there's going to be so many people who don't want to go to war. Civil war is going to be created. And then this is why in the second Esdras, the 15th chapter, starting at 14, it talks about sedition among men and invading one another because of the lack of bread and tribulation. So understand, more war means less food. Less food means more death. More death, more famine. And people are going to be reverting to what? Cannibalism. Now, we already know that in the Epstein files, these people live off of human flesh. And a lot of you have been eating human flesh. You eat fast food, you eat McDonald's, you eat fucking Burger King, Wendy's. You're eating more than likely human meat and animal meat that's not of a cow. I got to be 100% honest with you. And it's already come out that this is true. This is not something that's a conspiracy theory. Remember, the brother already said, there's no such thing as a conspiracy theory anymore. Right? So, and to prove to you in the Bible that cannibalism is going to be at an all-time high, we're going to bring out the scriptures on it. Grab the scriptures on, they shall eat thy own flesh, the arm of, yeah, y'all got it. I don't want to chop it up. Salakia.
You want to get the, you want to hold off on Isaiah?
Yeah, we're going to bring that out. That'll be at the end. We can end with that. Because there'll be no more war when everything.
It's a couple Jones.
Yeah.
That's 28.
You got one in the second Esdras. I mean, I said it was the second.
Yeah,
second
second
Esdras.
Esdras, yeah. I mean,
Second Esdras 16.
it's like in the 50s somewhere.
Second Esdras 16. Yeah, towards the.
I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh.
No. Second Esdras 15.
No,
16,
so,
brother.
yeah, so
Second Esdras 16.
I know it's in the 50s though.
Somewhere at the end.
Okay, so yeah, so it more than likely will be in 15 then. It's in the 50s somewhere.
Isaiah 49.
Yeah, that's the one I was just reading.
Yeah, I got it. I got the other one.
Isaiah 49:26.
That's the one I was just reading, bro.
Did you get the whole thing?
Nah, I was.
Oh, you were about to bring out Salakia.
Nah, but that's going into them that oppress us.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair. Yeah.
But remember, all the nations oppress us.
Right.
So this is going into all the nations.
You want that one?
Yeah, you can start with that one.
Oh yeah,
And
I got 15.
It's 15. Not 16.
I think Leviticus 26, Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. Usually Old Testament go into a lot of it.
Yeah, because a lot of
the
reason why people were eating a lot of people in Old Testament is because of a lot of war. We're talking about it.
God.
Sieges. When there was a siege was laid on the land, you couldn't bring in no food. So guess what? They were eating each other. That was the main reasoning for it.
God.
Go ahead, bring that the Isaiah 49 up real quick.
It's Isaiah 49 and 26. It says, "And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I am the Lord, and thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob."
So they're going to be eating their own flesh, meaning eating their own family members. They're going to be eating their friends. Why? Because of the great tribulation, and they're going to know that it's the Lord. Now, what's crazy about it when it says that I believe it says they will be drunken as if they were drinking wine. Look up what happens. If only y'all can Google it. Look up what happens when a person consumes human flesh. It's something that happens to the psyche where it's like you become some kind of psychotic. It's like crazy. You get you drinking human blood and eating flesh.
Bro, that's
There's an actual
Violence.
psychosis to it. You can call it chemical violence. Just type in what happens when you eat human flesh.
It says it's extremely rare in humans and is often associated. No, it's called pathological cannibalism. It says it's extremely rare in humans and is often associated with severe psychotic mental illness.
Severe psychotic mental illness, right? Severe psychotic mental illness. And the brother just brought out, it says, they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. Now, mind you, brothers could
So
knock
it's
out a
gonna
box.
taste good as shit.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
We've seen movies like
Walking Dead.
we've seen movies like Walking Dead, not Walking Dead, and it was a little psychotic. Or what was that what's that movie?
Some
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer.
But not that one. When these motherfuckers got crazy. The one with Denzel Washington. When he was blind with the Bible.
Oh yeah, Book of Eli.
Book of Eli. You remember how they was crazy? And it was all crazy, right in the flesh. And then what's that? Bro, that one movie. Bro, they got so many sequels to this damn movie. But all I'm trying to say is, people who eat human flesh become very psychotic, very deranged. This is why you see like the Jewish population and a lot of these Edomites, they don't have any empathy or sympathy for anybody. When you read about what they were doing, right? And look up how many celebrities, if you read the Epstein files, how many celebrities were actually eating human flesh on a daily. They were asking for bags of flesh. Bro, that was all in there, bro. What did they call it? It was like a code word for human flesh.
That island's for the devil, bro.
And
Should they be doing the island? It's probably
Edomites, bro. Their souls are not operating.
You heard that shit about SpongeBob? SpongeBob was supposed to be about that. They used to make let the kids watch SpongeBob because it was based off of them being on the island type shit. That shit's weird, bro. There's a dark ass story behind that shit.
They were calling it the word jerky. So in the Jones, they were calling like, yo man, I need a new bag of jerky. It was human flesh. These people were eating. Remember, and then Putin came out on national TV and was like, American population need to know that they're ran by pedophiles that eat human flesh and they're being fed the flesh of their own. Remember, he came out and said this. These people are psychotic. They're crazy. They're deranged. They don't look at you as human. They look at you as cattle. And because they look at you as cattle, they don't care about sending you to war. They don't care about mutilating you or making you starve or making, bro, you guys are nothing but meat bags ready for the slaughter. This is how they think and this is how they feel about you. So you gotta understand, these people are going to be eating flesh. Especially when Jacob's trouble hit, it is going to be on and popping. And a lot of you people are so used to eating. If you eat McDonald's every day, I know motherfuckers who eat McDonald's every day. You already used to eating human flesh. So when you finally get that first little meat burger, when your best friend died, you can like, yo, just ground it up real quick. This tastes just like Mickey D's. You gonna be hooked on it. You're gonna be hooked on it, man. You're gonna be hooked on it. What's the other one?
2 Corinthians 15:57. That's
Isaiah 9. I think it was Isaiah 9.
9-20.
9 and 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever, I just had that.
Oh, Lamentations 4 and 10. Get that.
21 first.
You can get Isaiah. I think Lamentations was. You brought this out. Lamentations when it was a great family they would eat children.
Man, Lord was cooking us, man.
I think it was Lamentations 4. Brother,
I got 15, so I bring it up.
I will find it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's Isaiah 9:19. It says, through the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be fuel of the fire, and no man shall spare his brother. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
That type of hunger is unfathomable, bro.
Oh, I got you right here. Let me bring this out. Lamentations 4.
You found it?
Yep, I found it. Lamentations 4 and starting at verse 9, because this goes into everything we're talking about. It says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the fields. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughters of thy people."
Sodden going into cooked.
Cooked, exactly.
Dang.
So literally, it's better to have died in war than it was to go by the hunt or die by hunger.
That just makes sense.
Because they pine away. Because when you're hungry, you're pining away. You're just like all day long. Oh, I'm fucking hungry, bro.
And then you don't get as much nutrients to the brain.
Yep.
So then
Yeah,
you
So you start going.
Now
So
you
now you're
start-
having psychosis.
It's
and
like close,
shit.
you going crazy, and then all of a sudden you finally eat human flesh. Like, bro, he died.
And then you
fucking
get
just keep cooking.
pathological cannibalism.
And then when they finally taste it and it tastes good and they feel satiated, then all of a sudden when the blood hits your bloodstream, and bro, and then you start going through like then you become addicted to it. Like, all right, well, I already did it one time, and I'm alive. Fuck that. Let's go kill motherfuckers.
I ain't hungry no more.
All right, let's go kill somebody and go eat them.
I don't want to feel that hunger again.
Then they're gonna start hunting men.
Yeah, but it also was saying even the guy like his kind of was going into the guy you speaking to. Let you slip. He kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's prayer. No, you just read that. The boy should be evil towards his.
Right.
Yeah, the guy that you sit next to look all crazy.
Remember the bull
And
on
his arm a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look,
Yo, what's that cartoon? What's that cartoon? Old school cartoon. They was straight on the island, but it almost like Popeye, an old school joint. Remember how he was looking at him and he turned into a turkey?
oh yeah.
That was kids and shit. And he was like, they was stranded on the fucking island and shit. And he's like, man, what are we gonna do? And
Oh,
as the
Ren and
days-
Stimpy?
Yeah. Oh, that too.
That was one of them.
Yeah, that was one of them.
That was
But I remember
wicked ass
it was sitting
joint.
there chilling, and he's looking at him. He's looking at all of a sudden he just transformed into a turkey. He's like,
Turkey just talking and
He's
shit.
like, he talk. He's like, yeah.
Oh shit!
He got-
And they depict him being dumb, like he cool with him, but he put him in a warm pot and he
Yep.
started stirring,
Yeah, start stirring him and
and
shit,
started
like,
throwing the
yeah,
carrots on
man,
him.
look.
And boy, like you good?
He's like, man,
dog?
I'm just
You
giving you,
alright,
I'm just giving you a bath.
Yeah,
Just cook this
I remember them
motherfucker.
cartoons, yo.
Yeah. bro.
They did Everybody Hate Chris. The boy that played Everybody Hate Chris
Yeah.
on The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker woke up, his foot was missing. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that's
Everybody
why-
No, that wasn't it.
No, that was
Oh, that was
no, that's Walking Dead for sure.
But it's a different black bull.
Different
That
black
wasn't
bull.
Everybody Hate Chris.
No,
Black
no. Everybody hate Chris. He died very horribly in that little.
Oh
mall.
no, it was the other bull.
It was the
I
other
forget
black
what movie
bull,
he played
yeah.
in. He was on The Wire.
Yeah.
They fucking.
He woke up
to
and-
them
and-
roasting his
Roasting his
leg.
shit.
They dancing on the
Go ahead,
fire.
bro.
No. I'm gonna let you finish that. But what I was reading when Lamentations 4 went going into, I'm gonna start at the top. It said Lamentations 4:9. It says that they be slain with the sword. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughters of my people. It says, Yahweh have accomplished his fury. He hath poured out his fierce anger and hath kindled a fire in Zion, and it devoured the foundations thereof. It says, the kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem.
Oh, so this is the Lord really punishing the world
He's
because of Zion in this
Yeah,
case
so
scenario.
what do you think's about to happen?
Yeah,
All
that's
World War III is based
Isaiah
on what?
34 going to that.
It's all based on us. All the destruction is coming. Everything is coming because the Lord is moving
Those who
closer and
touch-
closer to what?
Those who touch you touch the apple of my eye.
Yup. So y'all touch my people, so I'm gonna make you eat your own flesh. You gonna eat your children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you was starving my people, right? You was feeding them fucking shrimp, crab, lobster,
Now-
pork,
now I
hog,
see
mog,
where-
and all that. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? You
Second address.
gonna eat your own flesh.
Second, was that Second Esdras 2:13? That makes sense now. When it said the Lord would deliver you, and when in the time of tribulation you shall have an abundance.
Verse-
Now I see that now.
Yep, verse 13, it says, for the sins of her prophets and the iniquities of her priests that have shed the blood of the just in the midst of her. They have wandered as blind men in the streets. They have polluted themselves with blood so that men could not touch their garments. They cried unto them, depart ye, it is unclean, depart, depart, touch not. When they fled away and wandered, they said among the heathen, they shall no more sojourn there. It says, the anger of Yahweh have divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priests, that they favored not the elders. As for us, our eyes are yet failed for our vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps, and this is the reason why the Lord is going to have so much. This is why the Lord is so angry. It says they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets, and our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Ooh, eagle. It goes into the what? Roman Empire, American Empire, and the Greek Empire. It says our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, I can leave it right there. So look, they've been hunting us forever. So now the Lord is going to allow them to be hunted by themselves. The Lord is basically turning all the curses on us are basically.
You know what's crazy? It was
Deuteronomy 30:7.
Yeah, and what's crazy is
Fire.
now we understand. Well, number one, we know the Lord create evil, and then and it's a terrible thing to fall to the hands of the power. So that's even drawing. But then again, it also talks about how Yahweh Shah is of the mind of the Lord. And it says that when these things go wrong, I will send you a cruel Lord. And this is the Lord going to be cruel as fuck. Bro, to look at your own arm and be like, that shit look good in the motherfucker that had the balls to bite that shit.
No, not even.
It's
They're
fucking
not
retarded,
gonna just bite it. Motherfuckers gonna be like this. They're gonna be looking at their arm thinking, do I really need this motherfucker?
I mean, that's the same thing, bro. That's
No,
so
because they're not just
crazy.
gonna bite it. They're gonna figure out
I
how
mean-
to cut that bitch off and cook it. People gonna be people.
But
Like, how
the
I do
logic's
this
still there, though. The fact that you have the courage to still want to bite it, though. Like,
No.
The fact that you want to bite it is
How do
fucking
I do
crazy.
this without it hurting?
yeah. Like, what?
How can I do this without suffering? You
Yeah,
already
like-
going.
Yeah,
like,
motherfuckers are like, all right.
I don't even
All right,
know.
They
Where
like,
you yawn at? Hey, you be drunk.
y'all got some hooch. All right, come on, ready? Rep that bitch. All right, come on.
What's that shit called? The fucking, what's that thinking? The thinking of the decisions you made that we can do now. Like, let me not do that because that's gonna happen.
Logic.
Like, yeah, that's gonna lead.
That's out.
That's gonna lead.
He's gone. I'm holla at y'all.
Being prudent.
Prudent, yeah, it's gonna leave. You like, yeah, I don't need to join right now. Not also Esau shit.
Bro, they're gonna
You
be
don't
the
need
rank.
your arm.
Mind you, not to mention if you already
Crazy.
ate other people, you're already gonna have the taste of human flesh. Like, look, man. All right, look. How about we take? Remember, we already know about the parable with the
Daughter, yeah.
That was one of
Sons.
Solomon's testimonies. Like, look, yo, we can have your son today. He mind him up.
Straight
We
game.
can cut him in half.
Yo, all right, let's eat your son today, and we'll eat my son
And
tomorrow.
then they actually ate that.
And it was like, yo, come on, baby.
When it was time for your son, it's like, oh no.
That's that Black Summer shit, bro. Black Summer was a really good show because they showed the conniving and the keenness of people lying and being sneaky. Like, yeah, I got you, big dog. Soon he turned his head and shouted into his car.
Yeah.
Like, dumb shit. Like, yo, that
And
shit.
the Lord is all love.
Right,
Man.
Bro,
Yeah, that shit wild, bro.
Lord is not playing with nobody right now, bro.
Yeah, that shit wild, bro.
You got that limitations, man.
You can grab like two more when you close out.
That second address 15, obviously, I just kind of just throw that out there real quick.
What's that, John?
Second address 15, starting at
Isaiah 2, right?
Isaiah 2.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Isaiah 2 going to the
He said that was going to be the last
the
one.
war of no more. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, second address 15, starting at I'm gonna start at
14.
no. I'm going to the I'm gonna end off with this last family John. Okay, start 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountain shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and the thirst of water. It's fucking the same.
That's why it's imperative that knowledge and wisdom be the stability. In those times, man, in Isaiah 33 and 6. Look real quick, this Psalms 33 and 18. Behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon him that fear him, and upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine.
Right.
And to keep them alive and family.
Amen.
My servant shall eat.
My servant shall eat. And this is why I try to tell people, you must start fasting, Israel. I get it. Not going to be able to do it the Shalom your way. I can go without food for like at least a good 7.
The Lord know your body. If you would be part of like the Lord will know how to push you to a certain extent.
but if you didn't fast at all during your fucking 10, 12, 15 years, it's also you also literally saying, well, I told you to prepare.
If you part of the elect, the Lord will.
Yeah, I get all that, brother. I get all that, bro. But you still
You won't feel it, but you're gonna be good though.
Yeah,
no
but
matter
the Lord,
what.
the Lord might touch.
Either way.
If that's one of
Like,
your,
either
if that's
it's-
one of
You
your,
got both right.
right. If that's one of your weaknesses, though,
The
the
Lord
Lord
gonna
knows
test
you've
you.
been putting it off. He gonna be like, okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, you one of those. You one of those that didn't fast at all when they said the Day of Atonement. Oh, guess what? You ain't eating for the next 8 days.
We was
Bitch.
talking about that last week again.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, and bro, and then mind you why? Because the Lord is still gonna be sifting the elect. He's gonna
Right.
make sure, like, yo, I'll make sure you stamped. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You right.
Yeah, like the elect is predestined. They gonna survive.
Yeah, but bro, we also know as Israelites, we don't know.
You can do
if
all
we're-
the
Lord mercy.
Basically, fasting is good. You should
You
fast.
should. It says you can't pray off every demon without fucking
But-
prayer. Bro, you gotta fast, bro.
The Lord going, if you have the elect, Lord going to have you anyway.
Right.
Also,
Right.
you can do all the fasting you want now. The Lord don't want you. Don't
Fast.
matter.
You can look at it. You can look at it
So
both ways.
either way, it's a win-win.
But the Lord says
should fast.
when you fast. He didn't say if you fast. So let's just destroy that right there. It said when you fast.
I mean, technically, you fast on the Day of Atonement. You can
Yeah.
fast one time. You have to fast on the Day of Atonement.
That's also very true. It's also very true.
you making him feel better about himself. because he
No,
don't fast.
I think
like-
you should fast often.
True,
I
I
think
do
you
fast.
should.
I do fast.
Yeah,
often.
you
I do
should have fast often.
12, 15 hours at a time. Yeah.
At least 24, 36
so you
here and
only
there.
fast for a day?
Intermittent
It's
fast.
12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. So you're telling me
Yeah.
you already sleep. So that's why it's called
Yeah.
breakfast. Breakfast.
My max is 48 right now. It's my max. I can
You've
handle.
done 48 hours of fasting.
You just said out your mouth, not the shallow on your way. Like let that be what that is.
I'm
big dog.
confused. No,
Like,
I'm
like,
confused. Bro, the fact that you got past 24 hours is blowing my mind.
Cool, I tried it. It's pretty interesting actually. It actually is really
So
interesting.
you got the 48 hours?
I did. It was tough, but I saw the uppity, the brightness and the energy came out.
You do know
48 hours, I feel like shit.
I did. 48 hours back.
48 is the threshold. 72 is when you like.
No, 48.
You know,
No.
I'm like 66 to
Nah.
72. I'm
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, exactly. That's,
You get to 72, you kind of like, I know I was thinking about eating.
but I don't even know if I really
Yeah.
want to, bro.
you gonna start reading.
It was high me.
Bro, thank you.
I've done it a few times,
After
bro.
48, I'm looking at my arm crazy. Bro.
I just feel like shit at
Yeah,
48.
the Lord gonna see this man out.
That's why when I seen we pulled up, we both got out the car with bowls. I'm like, I'm trying to eat before 7, bro.
Yeah.
72 before my camp. You know what I mean? Straight up, all water. Got the
I
minerals
was
and
like that,
everything.
though. I'll go, I do 15, 16 hours, sometimes longer every single day.
Yeah, every day. Yeah,
Almost
yeah,
every day.
I-
It's very rare. Some days I'll just be like,
I do
I'll
a
make
little-
some breakfast in the morning, like some eggs.
I be knowing like, all right, I just ate.
But
like,
for the most part,
8 p.m. So
1:15.
I see 8 and go like, all right, I got a couple more hours in me.
I'll eat 6 o'clock, 6:30, and then I'll eat until like 1:15.
like
2
1:15.
o'clock.
Yeah, correct.
Next
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I'll do that.
Hey man,
All right, but I'm gonna bring this up when we pull up.
And
This
I
is
got-
our,
go ahead.
well, this
Second
is
entrance. Yeah, that's the one, but I got second entrance too. It's a
Oh, I had second entrance too.
Yeah.
Alright, you can get that first if you want. 'Cause
Man.
it's something.
No,
else.
this was
I eat when the spirit allows.
he said this was gonna be the end. What you got?
I was going to be not worried for the
No,
day.
I got this one.
Alright, come on,
This
see
the
that.
last one.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say this is the last one.
Bet.
So Isaiah 2, starting from 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Oh,
It shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And that's how we know it's talking about the other nations. All Israel's going to be perfect. It says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. The nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Because in our kingdom, there's going to be no point.
Just like how U.S. got a chokehold in a lot of countries, they're gonna see the elect and the spiritual bodies and the power we got. It's gonna be a chokehold on them like that.
Yep.
They're like, I ain't fighting these bulls. Gonna fuck around and kill us.
Yep.
The world need counsel now. They don't go to the Lord. They going exactly. When the kingdom Lord
Actually,
will endure.
I watched this video about why people go to Satan, and it was intriguing. Somebody was like, why would I go to a God that I gotta wait for everything? Why not go to a God that's gonna give me what I want right now? And I was like, it sounds good until you understand that this is about to end, though, brother.
Right. Yep.
They don't
Instant
believe,
gratification.
but they don't believe it's going to end. That's the thing.
They
They're taught that they are going to live forever through transhumanism or body swapping. Yes, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that's even in the Bible. Well,
What's that?
you know what? Let me not go down that topic.
Yeah, I'm
75. That's why. That's what I think. It's Psalm. Is it Psalm 75 or Psalm 73? I'm not going. Yeah, Psalm 73 is for. No. Psalm 73 is the Psalm of Asaph. The Psalm of Asaph when he was pretty much because I was too for a second, and he was. I remember we talked about it. we was vexed with the whole prosperity of the wicked, and then it vexed us until once we read this and we know the ending of them, we like, oh, all right, fuck it,
Let them
do their
enjoy
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Because we know their end.
As soon
And
as
we
you
know our beginning.
correct.
You going to Baltimore anytime soon?
I was supposed to go tomorrow, man. I don't know if I'll make it.
Alright.
Alright, Lord willing, this video was edifying to you, brothers and sisters. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory again to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Harakah, Kodash.
Alright, again, double honor to our elders and apostles.
Shalom, brothers.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, this Psalm 7.